Hi friends, my name is Jason Kumar. Today I'm gonna talk about deep into the atomic field. So first of all, what is an atom? So atom is the smallest particle of a chemical element that can exist. It means that if we take some element and if we keep on dividing it to half, the last possible thing we can get is the atom. So, according to the Dalton's theory, he made six postulates. So it states that first one, all matter is made up of very tiny particles called atoms. Every element present in the universe are made up of atoms. So second one is the atoms are individual particles which cannot be created or destroyed in a chemical reactions. So uh, whatever the particles are present or atoms, it cannot be created or it cannot be destroyed. It can be added with some other atoms and make form a combined atom, but it cannot be destroyed. Third one, atoms of a given element are identical in mass and chemical properties. So if we take any atom and its mass as well as the chemical properties remain the same unless we take other different atoms of different mass and chemical properties. The fourth point states that atoms of different elements have different mass and chemical properties. So if we take different atoms, they both they need not to be of same mass or should have chemical properties. It can be different. Maybe mass is equal, but chemical properties are different. Fifth one is atoms combine in a ratio of small whole numbers to form compounds. This means that when we combine some atoms, the resulting atoms is a mixture of, suppose if we take compound atom A and atom B, and resulting compound is atom C. In this, the number has to be whole, means it cannot be half or three-fourth like that. It should be a whole number. The relative and sixth one is the relative number and kinds of atoms are constant in a given compound. So if we take one atom, that the number of presenting atoms which are present in that, it will remain the same. So next is Bohr's models of atom. Rutherford stated some theories. So how is the structure? What is an orbit like that? Rutherford stated that any charged particle object which revolves in a circular motion which gains acceleration gradually, and if electron is moving fast in a circular path which also gains acceleration. By gaining acceleration, it starts to emit radiation energy, and gradually the energy will be emptied and it will fall into the nucleus, and it results in a highly instability of an atom. So all these things doesn't happen in an atom because all the atoms present in the nature are stable. So whatever Rutherford proposed a theory which was not entirely accurate, so it needed some modifications. So Niels Bohr made some modifications into this theory and came up with the new uh, hyp- uh, new theory, and he added that Only certain special orbits called discrete orbits of electrons are allowed inside the atom. And the second thing is while revolving. So, while second point is while revolving in these discrete orbits, the electrons do not radiate energy. So, what it means is we can take an example of our solar system. Sun is in the center, and the planets are revolving in a particular path. So, same way, uh, it doesn't change its path accidentally or very rapidly. So these orbitals are called as same energy levels in the atom. So what it means that every energy level has a particular energy which can so it suggested electrons revolving in these orbitals do not radiate energy. This is justified when we understand the concept of energy level. So it indicates that each cell has got a different energy levels. That means when electrons revolve in these shells, they do not liberate any forms of energy. So uh, so there is no chance of radiation of energy and falling into the nucleus, and instability is not going to happen. And these shells, these are also called as shells, and we can name it as K, starting from K, L, M, N, and goes on. Nucleus, and the nucleus in the center contains a positive proton and a negative neutron. Sorry, positive proton and negative electron revolving around the fixed orbit. So in the center, in the 1932, Sir James Chadwick found out the third subatomic particle, which is also present with the proton. So its mass is equivalent to that of proton, and had no charge. It was neutral. So they called it as a neutron, denoted by N. In the center nucleus lies with a positive charged proton and neutron, and negatively charged electron revolve in a fixed orbit around the nucleus. So in the next videos we talk about bonds, how the electron sharing takes place, how it will take and borrow, yeah, it will borrow and share the electron with other atoms. We'll say that. Thank you.